Hello, it's Jane Copeland, and what I'm going to do in this tutorial is to talk to you about effective Facebook ad creative. Alright, so what I'm talking about there is the image and the copy that you're going to use for your ads. Okay, so let's talk about best practice and what works on Facebook, because really the starting point for putting together an opt-in that's going to generate a lot of leads into your business is this. It's the actual ad on Facebook. So when you're putting together a funnel through Facebook, getting this point right is the key to everything, because the giveaway that you might be giving away as a freebie, or the video, the 3-part training series, or the cheat sheet, whatever it is, it's all absolutely irrelevant unless what you actually create as an ad resonates with your ideal audience. So how do you do that? Well, the first thing is copy. Okay, you want to have copy that really hits your ideal customer between the eyes. And what I mean is that speaks to them and connects to them and talks to them directly. Okay, and ideally talks about, goes into some kind of pain point or that they might be experiencing, that they need help with, that you can provide a solution for. Now, in the tutorials that you'll see me do in this module on Facebook advertising, you'll see me pottering about, faffing about a little bit with the copy, because it's just so important. So generally, before I start an ad, I'll have a vague idea already. I would have played around with it on a Word document and had the copy ready to go. And then when I do the ad itself, I'll see how it looks, how it feels, and I'll also play around with the spacing. So if you can see on this ad that's on the screen now, it says, "What brand archetype are you?" ? And then I brought that onto another line. So to do that, you just go Shift Enter, or you could just go Enter. Okay, so you want to have white space, but you also want to watch that, because sometimes and it also depends on what type of ad you're doing, how much space you're going to have. But sometimes the second part of, or the wording goes into the bit that's hidden, which is fine as long as you've said something beforehand that is going to encourage the person to click on the link. All right. So in this particular ad, you'll see that down the bottom, we've also got some wonderful real estate to put some text in there. Now, I find that putting the word free in here in some capacity tends to work well. Now, always keep in mind also that when you're creating the ad, you're going to be doing it on a laptop or desktop computer, and chances are that your customer is going to be, or potential customer is going to be, looking at these ads from their mobile. Okay, so what they're going to see doesn't actually look like what's on screen now. So when you're creating these ads, you can actually have a look at the mobile version of what your ad looks like. But just as a rule of thumb, if you're using the Power Editor to create ads and where you've got more space, okay, and you'll understand a little bit more about that when you go through more modules, you do want to keep this area, the character limit a little bit shorter here, because again, if it's going to be long, it's going to get cut off on people's mobile, and this bit underneath doesn't get shown. Okay, it does on your desktop but not on your mobile. Anyway, all right, so let's have a look at some other ads and their creatives and their the wording that we've used. So we've got here, this is for an opt-in, which is for a lean body guide. So Nick is Nick, my client, is giving away a free book, a little guide on which is called 3 Little Known Secrets to a Leaner Body. And we put free ebook, Learn How to Eat Your Way to a Leaner Body. So that took us a while to create that copy actually, and it's pretty good, I've got to say. And then you'll see underneath, it's like, get leaner with my tips. So you'll see that, again, there's a big benefit. It's benefit-driven copy, all right? So the outcome is that someone is going to get leaner, okay, which is what Nick's target market want. So she wants to attract people who, ideally want to learn how to eat healthy and how to, have their dream body, okay? And this particular opt-in is really hitting those people between the eye. It's like, yes, I want that. So this particular opt-in did really well. The other things that you're seeing here is you're seeing the word free guide, and you're also, it's got a 3D version of the book. All right, so it's really up to you to decide what you put in there. I'm going to show you some examples now to give you some ideas. Okay, and then you just really just need to play around with your creative. All right, it isn't because you've got this text, you've got real estate underneath to put the word free in. You don't have to put it here, okay? You don't have to put the book here, but actually that looked, that particular opt-in went really, really well. So when I say you don't have to put the book in, what you could do is just say free ebook and not have the book and just have this image there. That would have worked as well. That said, sometimes it is good to actually show physically what the person's getting. And each ad that you do has different dimensions. So you'll just need to be aware that when you're doing these ads, they're going to need to be a particular size. All right. Okay, let's have a look at another ad. Okay. This is another health one from Paleo Ever After. This did really, really well. So it was learn how to effectively cleanse your body in a weekend. Grab your 2-day paleo cleanse for free. Okay, and again, we've got underneath free paleo cleanse. Now, with this particular ad, although it performed well, as a rule of thumb, what you want to try and do is ideally not to have images or that are the same color as Facebook. So the C is blue and Facebook is blue and white. So, and this ad is that, but it worked anyway. But I guess we've got this wonderful color here that pops, okay, with the with what it is on there, which is really appealing. So that did work, but you want to kind of stick away from the colors of Facebook. So this is another example of just that. This is the creative, but I didn't take a screen grab of it. But as you can see, so these colors are going to really pop against the background in Facebook. Okay, so the red and the black. Now, what you do need to watch though is the 20% rule. So Facebook won't let you get creative through that has more than 20% of text. Now, sometimes they're really tough on that, and other times they just let it through. So it's really a bit random. Okay. So here's another one, free cheat sheet, 7 little known ways to earn more money working mobile in the beauty and hair industry. So any kind of like free cheat sheet, free ebook, although free ebooks, people have seen those a lot now. They still do work, but free cheat sheets and guides are quite hot right now. Any kind of planners, things like that, like a free meal planner, seem to go quite well. And in here, see how she's got 7 little known ways to earn more money working mobile in the beauty and hair industry. So what she's doing there is she's actually targeting and making it clear that she's targeting a specific audience. So if you were working mobile in the beauty and hair industry, okay. And then again, you want to, now if you've been through Web Celeb Formula and done a little bit of study and training on how to write a headline, this is really when it all comes into play, because 7 little known ways is a really strong headline, okay, because number one, using an odd number, and the fact you're using a number, that's very appealing. And, little known ways, that's a good strong headline or start of a headline. Now, if you look underneath here, I've got develop a thriving business in the beauty and hair industry. And then we've got the call to action button here, download. Okay, and you're going to learn all about that as we go along, as you go through the other tutorials. Okay, but again, you'll see that it's benefit driven. So it's develop a thriving business in the beauty and hair industry. Okay, again, benefit, and it's very targeted. It's talking to a very specific person, and she's clear about that. The other thing that you can always do is put a frame around your image. Okay, that really makes it pop. And this is again really good creative that's performed really, really well with one of my clients who was running a back to business intensive, and yeah, she did really well with this. Now, ideally, the ads that perform the best, actually that's a bit of a generalization, but well, no, they do really, is when you've got a woman who's smiling at the camera. Okay, smiling ideally at the camera. That's in an ideal world, you'd have that in most ads, but of course you need to stay on brand, so it might not be relevant. But yeah, so where possible, try and have someone looking at the camera. Now, of course, you don't have to. I don't always either. You're looking at examples now where that's not always the case. Like this woman isn't looking down there, looking at the camera, but I'm just giving you examples now of what's best practice. Okay, and then we've got a really compelling question here. Time to go back to work. In so many ways, that's just fabulous, okay, because it's targeting somebody who wants to go back to work, isn't it? And it's a question mark. It's like, do you want to go back to work? Okay, and this particular woman, she's beautiful. She is quite aspirational, and she is the target market. That's what the target market want to do. They want to go back to work and have flexibility, have some coffee, tea, be on their laptop, that sort of thing. All right. I'm just going to run through some more. Free extraordinary lifestyle business checklist. Okay. And all these images, like I've just mentioned, are on brand. Okay, so this is actually Caine. This is her herself. Herself, I should say. And lifestyle business checklist. Create a freedom-based business as a coach. Okay. Okay, that one there. Let's have a look at some ads for some webinars that have performed really well. Okey-dokey. Again, I'm just showing you the difference in copy and I guess to give, and also some differences in images to get you some ideas. Now this one was for a happiness for worrywarts class, okay, and it was actually a free webinar, and Tony did so well with this. I think she had over 2,000 people live on the call. So it says, sick of feeling crappy, join popular and often hilarious happiness and its causes speaker Tony Powell for a free happiness for worrywarts class. Click here. All right, and yeah, so we've got the frame around that too. Let's have a look at some more of her ads. This one performed really well too. Again, looking straight at the camera, a frame around it. Want to learn how to be happier? Free happiness for worrywarts class with the button underneath. Okay, let's have a look. This is another one that performed really well too. And again, you're seeing we're using the frame around it. Want to learn how to be happier. And one thing that I always do is, not that we're talking about actual ad setup, but I always put a call to action in the top if I can. If I've created one of these ads in the Power Editor, and I can put if it allows me to put the text and the link in, which it doesn't if you're doing it the other way that I'm going to go through. You don't have the option of putting a link in or too much text up the top. But if you do, then I always put a a link in there, call to action there, and also down the bottom you've got that one. Let's have a look. So here are some ads for training series. This is one from Caine. So free video training for coaches. This is a good one actually. You can see it had 265 likes and 1 share. I think that was after a very small amount of time. Okay, so free video training for coaches. Discover the 3 steps to create a freedom-filled lifestyle business. Click here. Right? Says it all really. And image very on brand. Yeah, I could have probably put a frame, or Caroline could have probably put a frame around that one. And actually, putting a red frame around it would have been good, so it really pops, because you want it to stand out when someone's scrolling. Okay, let's have another one. Look at one. This is one that you've probably seen. It's from Kendall Summerhall. Would you like to learn a simple 3-step process to designing, marketing, and pricing lucrative VIP days without having a big list for free? Okay. Again, something a little bit different. She's got a horse in there. It's very on brand. Let's have a look at this other one here. So this is from Caine. We've got a green frame around here. She's smiling at the camera, and we've got some compelling text. Defying gravity. Free online training. Take control of your life and your business. Okay, just got free training up there. Now this is what I mean by some of the text. When people are scrolling, they can't see it. But see how it says here's what you'll get, and then that compels you to click on there, doesn't it? Okay. I don't think I went over this one, but I'm just going to quickly because it was a good one. This was for Caroline's webinar, and it was, the copy was good. I wrote it. Anyway, want to double your income working just 3 days a week? Discover 3 steps to creating an extraordinary lifestyle business working just 3 days a week as a coach. Click here. So, yeah, it's really clear. It's double your income working just 3 days a week. And you've also got, you know, that it's targeting coaches. And down here you see the free live training. So I hope that gives you a bit of an overview of how to approach putting together the creative for your ads. And in the other tutorials, we'll be going through how to place your ads. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.